That's why I won't fuck dogs anymore. Just shut the fuck up, dude, please. Did you hear that? Did you hear that sound?
Yeah, hi, can I get a...
Not a good time!
Whoa, expect a shitty Yelp review.
Gotta go, man! Hey, who put this game here? Why is this a Metal Gear Solid intro? I'll mention it later! Sheepdog and Wolf, or Sheep Raider if you're from the US. Don't know why older gen games and stuff have different subtitles, but what, is it really that hard to decipher the difference between a sheepdog and a wolf? I mean, a hole's a hole, but Dib's not getting marks on my little bean of a peen. A Looney Tunes game! Looney Tunes being the propagandaed anti-Disney of the 1950s that essentially had olden-time South Park morals, making gems such as this! And this. Hey, check that out. Looney Tunes did it! Now Looney Tunes seems to be as well written as today's Simpsons. But good luck getting Mickey Mouse to play basketball with Michael Jordan. Make him fight Sephiroth instead. In my opinion, Sheepdog and Wolf is one of the finest Looney Tunes games to exist. Released on the PS1 and the PC, but I am going to focus on the PS1, just getting it out there, back in 2001. So this is Ralph Wolf. It looks super like Wile E. Coyote and even races Roadrunner in some levels, but you see the nose is red, whereas Wile E's nose is black. It's like some guy repainted his nose and made him their own original character. Just like your original character of Sonic the Hedgehog. Made by a company called... and Black Sheep. Don't know why the song is permanently imprinted in my mind, but it sticks. Yeah, branding. And if you know me well enough, you know that I like me some Tunes of the Loon. That went to go as far as I thought Space Jam was made in real places, and I thought Looney Tunes were real physical beings up to when I was 13. And I still don't have any friends. This game is based off the 1950s Looney Tunes shorts, where Ralph would find ways to steal a sheep, and if he couldn't steal a sheep, he would brutally murder Sam the dog. But in most cases, Sam would get beaten up, or they'll clock out before anything climaxed, just like last night's hooker. So this game starts off in the same setup as the show. I mean, what do you expect this to have? A plot as deep as a pinball game like most modern games? Nah. Which is Ralph trying to steal a sheep and then get slammed and welcome to the day! And he does what most YouTubers / suicidal people do. Give up after one try and sit there waiting for success. The only difference is that success comes to good old Ralph. Daffy Duck, voiced by Joe Alaskey, who essentially is your tutorial and guide, like a Navi, but less annoying. And this one's at least kind of fuckable in his Robin Hood getup. He does what Richard Gere does to Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman. What? This isn't... It's relevant. He takes you off the street and makes you an A-class hooker. Get in the car!
Jesus, this is a nice limo.
Yes, it is. Now suck my cock.
Taking you to the studio. Alright, end the game. Here we go. So this game controls pretty fucking clunky, but for a PS1 game it's expected to be as best as they could. The jumping in this game is like Paul Rudd's comedy career though, which is horrible!
Does anyone have any orange slices?
One of the cool functions of this game is your super speed run! Oh shit, there's Roadrunner! Fucking bullshit. The fun thing with this though is that you can run over cliffs if you keep running fast enough. Trust me, you're gonna die if you stop running. And if I started running, maybe Felicia Quinn will reply to my messages. One day you'll be mine, my love. Graphics, as they may look like a piece of shit, are gradually used fairly well for a game that's based on 2D animation, also using the PS1's extension to their graphics to the utmost ability to look
pretty good. It's pretty good.
The flat, simple textures are amplified and not so overused to the point where you have pointless areas where you think you should explore if you get bored or stuck trying to figure out how to steal a sheep. And even if it is expanded, it's to challenge your tiny monkey brain to figure out how you're gonna heist a sheep. What the fuck? The maps are small but feel big and have secret and the cutest little crannies, all with Looney Tune physics balancing upside down mountains on pins. The atmospheric surroundings do feel rather a little randomly polygon out of control! As some surfaces look like randomly placed cubes and then some are smooth like a Spyro the Dragon terrain, I guess it works, but doesn't look best in some areas. Just like me. Everywhere you go is super original and brilliantly crafted the Metal Gear Solid gameplay. Yep, there we go, now the intro makes sense! This is essentially Metal Gear Solid for kids. You gotta sneak past them to get to the sheep most of the time. This little radar thing we have up here is Sam's indicator to see if he's looking at your direction or not. If it's green, that means you're far away for him to not give a shit. If it's yellow, that means if you step one toe out of a line, Sam will towards you and crash bang boom! You can get away from him if you do your super speed run or tactical ways to trick Sam and dying in. Don't need that much for me. As you progress into the game, you find out that stealing a sheep is the least of your problems as the level layout grows the more you play, just like my penis, and every level is accessed through this Game Show X stage. We even have an audience to maintain, unlike this channel.
Are you not entertained?
And just like all the other levels in this game, there's secret places to go to that have a whole fucking level built into it. What? To get objects, you gotta slam a letterbox, and Amazon Pro gets their drones over there and delivers it immediately. And these objects vary a lot, from weapons, tools, disguises, all designed to help you steal a sheep. All accessed through this crayon drawn on inventory that looks horrible with this low bitrate game, and I wish that was better. One of my fave things you can order is this little robot dude that's jacked it too hard on one arm and is he can carry a lettuce around and do little tasks for you. You can disguise yourself as Bugs Bunny, but Elmer Fudd will shoot you unless you do the classic trick and say it's
duck season. Rabbit season.
Yeah, did I mention you can
Control time!
That's still not funny. Lettuce being the main tool in how you lure sheep to follow you when you're getting them away from Sam's eyes, I guess. No, don't work. Can't see diddly. But careful not to stand still behind a rock for too long or the sheepy will eat your lettuce. Then you'll be boned or have to go back and get some more. In proper Acme form though, the gadgets occasionally fail, but in this sense your fails is how you learn how to use them. Or they change how the layout of the level is. The levels vary just like a Looney Tunes episode that aren't explained how Bugs Bunny ended up in fucking space! What? From the Ice Age, Ultimate Dimension, Castle Times, Space, Wild West, Pirate Days. Weirdly enough, Yosemite Sam is a pirate and not a cowboy in the fucking Wild West level where the setup is perfect. No, have fucking Daffy Duck be a train conductor. That makes so much more sense. Sheep, dog, and wolf. Can we just recap that this is a whole fucking video game based on a 1940s cartoon that came out 60 years before the game came out, 20 years later, and it still holds up apart from the graphics and some of the controls. At least you get used to the controls, unlike Grabbed by the Ghoulies. There's even a Parappa the Rapper segment. Yo, this game has it all, dude.
Kick, punch, it's all in the mind. If you wanna test me, I'm sure you'll find.
To put this much love and care into a franchise tie-in game when the PS2 was on its way out the door because the PS2 was just around the corner, shows how determined these guys were to making this game as good as it possibly could be. A strategy puzzle game with 3D platforming elements and boss battles. It's like 6 genres mashed into one game. And it's Looney Tunes! Remember when Looney Tunes... Remember the 90s? Remember when Looney Tunes was good? No? Because you're probably 5 or a fucking asshole? I feel like they've been trying to salvage Looney Tunes such a huge, overwhelming hype of Space Jam. They had 20 years of pure comedy gold from the 40s to 70s. That's not math. Then they just had fucking weird, bizarre spin-offs. Huh. Except Tiny Toons and Animaniacs because they're really good and I love them, so shut the fuck up. The Looney Tune games like Bugs Bunny Lost in Time and the sequel Bugs and Taz Time Busters were just as good as Sheepdog and Wolf. Something went the way fuck back with Acme Arsenal, but that's maybe another game for another day. Maybe I live too much in the nostalgia and how things used to be, like I've said before, I think. But we can only pray that good will come from Space Jam 2, and doesn't have 30 years of pure fuckery afterwards like every other dead franchise trying to do shit for money. But if Scooby-Doo, a cartoon that hasn't changed since the 70s, can still be relevant enough to have 3 whole different series constantly running simultaneously and even be in LEGO dimensions, why can't Looney Tunes? Anyway, that's me. I'm gonna give this forgotten gem an 8 out of 10. An original concept of a game that turned out to be one of the most character-driven puzzlers I've ever played. And I can promise you, I've played a lot of those. Thanks for watching. Check out AuroraNet if you haven't already, because I'm part of that too now. And if you're watching from AuroraNet, make sure to type up ColeoIsCooleo up there, because there's more gameos, and they're all horrible. So, like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you wanna, and I'll see you whenever. Toodles!